Yo, what's good, folks? Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at in the world. Snapzilla Gorilla. Welcome to the Definition of Anarchy. So, earlier today, I did a live. I did a rucking live, okay? And I was talking about the school system, and when you allow your kids to go to school, to be raised by a teacher, or a number of teachers, 8 hours out of the day, because that's what's happening. When your child spends a third of their lifetime during their childhood at an institution, that institution is going to have a large influence over your child's life unless you heavily intervene, unless you're heavily involved, okay? I'm not knocking people whose kids go to school. I know, some people have no choice, but it is what it is. It still is what it is. So anyway, sure enough, I see a story, okay? I'm going to tell you about this story. It's about a young lady, 11 years old. Her name is Bella Moscato, who went to school, and her teachers told the class, you must choose a hero. I want you guys to choose a hero. Tell me who your hero is, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So that means that these kids can use their own mind, they use their own judgment, use their own criteria to choose their own heroes, their hero. All right? So Bella Moscato chose Trump for whatever reason. She chose Trump. The teacher said, oh, no, hell no. That can't be your hero. That can't be your hero because he's this and that, and he's, don't like women and whatever they're not and all that. And she said, you got to choose another hero. You got to choose somebody else's hero. No, that ain't going to work, Pippin. And so Bella was like, nah. She went back to her parents. Her parents were mad. And, the superintendent for the school put out this bullshit ass excuse. Oh yeah, we don't dictate who's hero. You know what I'm saying? Whose hero is this? Whose hero is that? We can't dictate that. But the teacher did. You see, this is what I was saying. These teachers are human beings at the end of the day. They're not robots. They're not machines. They have a certain set of rules and criteria themselves. They have to follow certain regulations and all this other stuff, but they're human beings. And they're human beings in charge of 30 plus students in their class at a given time. And when you spend so much time with students, and when you spend so much time with other people, your slip is going to show. You understand what I'm saying? So this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about when your kids go to school. Thankfully, this young child, she was intelligent enough to take it back to her parents. You understand what I'm saying? And the parents got involved and made sure, hey, yo, you can't be telling my daughter who her hero is. I just wanted to give you guys a real world, real life example of what I was talking about earlier today. And how, I'm urging you guys, look, consider your options. Consider your options in regards to schooling your children. I mean, you don't have to do it one way. You understand? It doesn't have to be one way or the highway. You have options as a parent, as a human, as adults who raise their children. It's up to you to raise your children. You don't, even if you have a birth certificate and you sign your child over to the state, you gave them partial custody of your children. It doesn't matter. Okay? It's a piece of paper. It's a paper tiger. That's what it is. The birth certificate, the shackles that the birth certificate places on your children is a paper tiger. Okay? Break those chains and take charge of your children's life. This is a minor example. I mean, it wasn't really a big deal. Y'all know I don't subscribe to the left-right paradigm. I don't believe in presidents. You know what I'm saying? I would never call any president my hero. But I'm not going to get into that. I don't subscribe to the left-right paradigm. I don't subscribe to the power structure in this country. I feel like every president is but a puppet for the banksters. You know what I'm saying? Especially since 1913, when the Federal Reserve Act which Federal Reserve Act was enacted. You understand what I'm saying? So just that aside, if she wants Donald Trump to be her hero, that is her choice as a child. She's not like choosing a stripper or anything like that. She had her reasons for wanting Trump to be a hero. And that teacher does not have a right to tell that student that that can't be the case. You understand? But this is what you're doing when you send your child to school. You're ultimately placing your child's life into the hands of a perfect stranger. You understand? A perfect stranger. I once told the story of a teacher who's been in the LAUSD for 20 years, who was doing ungodly and grotesque acts towards children for that amount of time, had multiple complaints from parents, okay? And was swept under the rug by the LAUSD. Multiple complaints that were swept under the rug. The only reason he got caught is because they saw pictures. All right, they saw photographic evidence of what this nasty MF was doing. So just know that. Know that you don't know what these teachers are about. You don't know what the faculty is about. You don't know what the janitor is about. You don't know what they about. You understand what I'm saying? There's so many faculty and staff in LAUSD. The law of probability dictates that some of them are going to be off their fucking rocker. Now this teacher, she was a softie compared to what your child can encounter in the school system. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just a little something to give you guys an idea of what I'm talking about, what I was talking about earlier today during my live. All right, no big deal. She didn't want Trump to be her hero. Parents intervened and said, nah, this is what we're going to have. And what I'm really proud of is that child knew to go to her parents with that information and be like, look, this is what my teacher said. Teacher said Trump can't be my hero. And it just shows you how much control these teachers think they have over your children. And they do, because you give them to them 8 hours a day. And, they're assigned this power by the state, by the superintendent, by the school district. You understand what I'm saying? So listen, that's what you get. That's what you get when you send your kids off to school. Point blank and period. And, a lot of you guys have sharp children that know how to speak up and speak out when something's not right. So you can be proud of that. Anyway, much love to you guys. Subscribe, share, like, whatever you want to do. Holla at your boy. Holla at y'all later.